Hey guys, and as you can see, I'm back with another video. And today I'll do a video that I teased about 2, maybe even 3 weeks back. Where I put in my discussion section of my channel. I'll be doing a video on, current or even some former Spurs and if their jersey should be retired or not by the team, by San Antonio. And I came up with 5 names that have they aren't obvious or too new or anything like that. I just little fan favorites, and guys who have been here at least a couple of seasons. And yeah, let's dive into it. I will start with the guy who got traded to Toronto, Danny Green. So for Danny Green, his Spurs stats average around 9 points. He is very well known for his 3-and-D, which is his mold as a player, where he specialized in 3-pointers and playing lockdown defense. He made the all-defensive team, second team all-defense last season with the Spurs. Not last season, 2 years back he made it. And I think he probably won it once before, maybe, I can't remember exactly. But he was also the starter on that 2014 championship team. He had a big playoffs, big finals. And in the 2013 finals, he broke the record for most 3-pointers made in a final series. But that record got broken by Steph Curry in 2015. And if he wasn't just Danny Green, if it was just someone else who put in this position to give them the same averages the way he did on the court, he probably wouldn't get in. He probably wouldn't get his jersey retired by San Antonio. But I think because it is Danny Green, and he is a fan favorite, and he's a 2014 chip, 9 points is solid. Considering some of the other guys we have up there aren't necessarily stars or anything like that. If it was me, I put him in. But for the organization, I'm not quite sure, because we actually gave his jersey to Drew Eubanks this season, who is, if you don't know, a 2A player currently on San Antonio. So I think if it was me, I'd give him the benefit of the doubt, and he might even come back. But he spent a good amount of time with San Antonio, championship, 9 points, starter. If it was me, I would retire his jersey. But we'll see how that goes. Of course, another thing to consider is that he could actually come back to the team when his contract runs out with Toronto in the offseason. I would not be surprised at all, because he did love San Antonio. San Antonio loves him. So I will say yes, but I would not be surprised if it takes a good amount for him to get in, or if he just ends up just not getting in anyway. But yeah, now let's go into the next big name, Patty Mills. So Patty Mills, currently still on the team. He won that 2014 championship on that kind of bench squad, that bench ball movement, the beautiful game Spurs. He was very well known for that. A big-time 3-point shooter. He's been with the Spurs 8 season, and he averages about 10 points per game coming off the bench. And again, he got a lot of criticism for being maybe an undersized point guard, not being a good defender, and a lot of people criticize his contract that he got. I think 2 or 3 years back, people would not think that was a good contract for him. They think he got overpaid, and that might be true. He has really become the leader on the team. And I think Pop has said it before. He and Manu were the leaders the last couple of years. A lot of guys on the team say he was a leader. He's been called a leader by a lot of guys. So he might not be exactly a fan favorite, but he goes out, tries his hardest. He's gotten 10 points per game, 8 seasons. And just, again, if he didn't do what he did off the court, because he's always just a great guy, great personality, great locker room guy, brings people together. And I think this one's tough. This one is very tough. But for me, I think I'd put him in there. I'd say why not? Why not have his name up there in the rafters? But I don't know. This one feels like another close one to me. But I would give it to him if it was me. And then next big name, Marco Bellinelli. Bellinelli was, when I first looked at it, I thought like, yeah, I could see him getting in. But actually looking at the numbers, looking at how much time he's been with the team, he's only been here 3 seasons so far, even though he did re-sign last season to come back his second stint in San Antonio. He's a fan favorite with a lot of guys. He's known for his big time threes, averaged about 11 points with the Spurs, and he did win that championship as along with the other guys. And let's see, this one's also pretty tough. But considering he's only been here 3 seasons, I mean, he was part of that beautiful game Spurs, made a lot of big threes, and he's a pretty big contributor to that team, past stints of the team, past iterations of the team, and this team. He's simply not, how do you say, jersey retirement. I don't think he really qualifies for that. Being here only 3 seasons. If he's been here 6, 7 seasons, maybe I put him in, but it's still pretty tough. But considering I put in Danny Green and Patty, if he was here longer, maybe at the end of his career, his jersey will be retired. But we'll see. As of right now, I would say no. If I had to break it, I would say he would not get his jersey retired by the team. And now, LaMarcus Aldridge. So, he has been with the Spurs 4 seasons, and he infamously, as I should say, struggled his first 2 seasons in San Antonio, but he averages 20 points per game. And of his 4 seasons in SA, he has been selected to the All-Star team 3 times. So that's pretty. So he has averaged 20 points per game, which is pretty good. All-Star caliber, 3 All-Stars in 4 years, pretty good. And yes, first season was tough, but like we always expected it to be tough. Well, not tough, but like an adjustment period in his first season in San Antonio. And I think, I don't know, he did put up 2 big time performances in the playoffs, dropping 41 in Game 1 versus OKC and 39 in Game 2. But disappeared for the rest of that series. And then his second season was not great. That was probably his worst season in a very long time. But I mean, they were still going to get to conference finals. He still averaged like 18 points per game, about 17. So not bad there. And I mean, yeah, still to conference finals. He put up a big performance in Game 6 against Houston, where Kawhi was out, James Harden was out of it, and he was the one who put in, I think, 36 points, 32, something like that. So yeah, he was the leading scorer of that game and biggest performance of the season. Kawhi went down against Golden State, and he couldn't really do anything in Game 1 or the rest of the series, but honestly, we wouldn't have won that anyway. We probably would have won 1 or 2 more games if he showed up. But season 3 was big time for him. With Kawhi out, he was that steady rock down low for San Antonio, and able to lead us to the playoffs, keep that playoff streak going. He earned the respect of a lot of people in San Antonio after his disastrous 2 seasons where it seemed like he hadn't lived up to the hype of being the biggest marquee free agent by the Spurs ever in their history. But he showed up big time season 3 without Kawhi. And I mean, playoffs were not great. I mean, we did make the playoffs, but he didn't do much there. Season 4, which is going on right now, he's been pretty big time with DeMar will make the playoffs either as a 7th or 8th seed, it appears. Had a very good season, made the All-Star team. So right now, I'd say he's on track to get his jersey retired. But it's tough for me there because actually his jersey is number 12. And I was already actually retired with Bruce Bowen. Because he wore number 12, he got retired. But they unretired it for Aldridge, so I don't know if he can have 2 number 12s retired. But honestly, like if he finishes with a championship or just finishes his career in San Antonio, I would give him that because he really did help keep the Spurs afloat in a time of transition. So yeah, I'm not saying yes or no. I'm saying he's on track to get just retired. Now for a last name, which I saw a petition for this, I thought about it first. I'm like, no way, but like. More thought about it, the one like maybe I looked at the numbers and this is what I came up with. So Matt Bonner. Well, for Matt Bonner, he 10 seasons with San Antonio, picked up 2 championship rings in 2007 and 2014. He averaged 6 points per game off that bench. He was one of the best 3-point shooters in the league in his prime. And now he's on TV as a commentator, as an analyst for the Spurs. And I mean, looking back, they're just not enough. Let's see. So the numbers just aren't there for him. Like 10 seasons, that's good. 2 championships, impressive. But he wasn't a huge part of either of those teams. He was just a part of them. And only 6 points per game, that's simply not enough. So looking through the numbers, I'd say he definitely does not get his jersey retired. But yeah, give me your thoughts. Give me any other names you want to throw in the ring for me to think about. Tell me what you think about what I think, my thoughts. So yeah, to recap, Matt Bonner, no. Aldridge is on track. Bellinelli, no. Patty Mills, yes. Danny Green, yes. So as always, thank you for watching. Like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Appreciate the support.